and welcome to your weekly guidance reading for this week. I'm the Unobtrusive Healer and it's lovely to have you here with me today. So we are just doing a collective reading this week rather than a pick a pile. Excuse me, my son is home sick. This is the 4th day, so he is starting to kind of improve a little bit and I can take a little bit of time away, but he still does need a lot of attention and a lot of cuddles. So I'm just going to stick to the one collective today instead of a pick a pile. And then once we're kind of back to normal, I can get back into the pick a piles. Thank you for being here. And I do want to say that there is a little extra addition at the end of this reading that is something new that I'm bringing into the weekly guidance reading. It's optional, you don't have to do it, but I'm going to start giving a self-care mission of the week. And so your mission, if you choose to accept it, is going to be given to you at the end of the reading. And if you can do that task in the next 7 days, it'll be beneficial to your soul or your spirit in some way. But like I said, it's totally optional. You don't have to do that, but I thought it would be good for anybody that kind of wants to start a self-care practice or like a little bit of a commitment to yourself. So without further ado, I'm going to start your reading. So as always, we'll start with your overall energy of the week, just sort of in general. So what's the collective, overall, or general energy for this week? Oh, that came out very quickly. So we have the 3rd chakra coming out, which is the solar plexus chakra. And as usual, guys, if you want to skip ahead, jump into the timestamps. You don't have to stay tuned for the shuffle. I won't start explaining the cards until I get all the cards out, so feel free to jump ahead. But otherwise, you can feel free also to stay and watch me shuffle and set intentions. So the clarifying tarot card with the solar plexus there. What's not group ones, what's the collective energy for this week? Okay. Look at that. Collective message or collective predictions for career or study paths. Clarifier for the career study path this week. Prosperity or abundance message this week, collectively. All right, love and romance energies this week. Singles this week. Love life for singles, collectively speaking, this week. Situationships or up in the air situations. established connections and relationships this week. Personal and spiritual guidance this week. Spirit animal that's guiding the collective this week and its message. Lucky day of the week or notable day of the week. And then we're going to keep this just over here so that I remember to do the self-care task at the end. We're not going to shuffle that yet. I'm going to shuffle that for you guys in real time, even though, well, I just shuffled in real time, but some of you didn't watch. So, all right, are we in? Let's just move everything over a little. All right. So let's get into these messages. And also I just want to point out that because I do have my son here, if there's a few little like stop starts and it looks like it's been edited weird or anything, it's because I've been summoned. So sorry if there's any interruptions or it looks like it's been, you know, chopped up to pieces when it's edited, but hopefully we just get through it without having to stop. All right, so overall energy this week, we have the solar plexus, the third chakra, and we have the sun and we have the two of air to clarify that energy. So the third chakra, especially because it's come up in the upright position, this is very positive. I also feel like these two combined, it's bringing me to the fact that the sun has just entered Cancer, so it's just entered a new zodiac sign, and it seems that that's having a good influence on a lot of people. With the two of air, it almost feels like that's like that Gemini season energy of like being a little bit indecisive, not able to commit to any decisions, really sort of overthinking and over-analyzing things. And this kind of tells me that it's like you're finding a bit more peace and stability, and you're also feeling a lot more positive in this transit. So I think that you're going to have the confidence to make decisions if you haven't been able to make decisions lately. Well, that didn't take long. Me, I'm like, hopefully we'll just get through it, and 2 seconds later, Mum. Okay, so I believe I was just saying how there's going to be like sort of more positivity in your energy, more playfulness in your energy, and also more confidence to make decisions that maybe you were unable to make in Gemini season. I feel like there's almost like this clarity coming in. And the third chakra is also making me think of intuition, because it's an intuitive center and like gut feelings, you know. So I feel like it's also saying trust your gut when making decisions this month, because Cancer season is water energy, and when we're in a water energy, we are a lot more in tune to our intuition. So if you're I don't just want to say that everybody has crystal clear intuition, because obviously if all of that intuition is stored in the gut, then our gut health is fairly important. So I feel like a message would also be to take care of your gut, basically, like try to eat well or try to stay hydrated, and look after your inner world to keep that center running nice and or like flowing nice and smoothly. So yeah, it's kind of like bringing me a message that, like, if your intuitive center's not like clear and like well taken care of, it may be like a little bit cloudy, and it may still be bringing confusion to the situation. But if you sort of clear that space and treat it really well, I think that your intuition is going to be your best guide throughout Cancer season, and it's going to lead you in the right direction every time. So just take the message with that little bit of advice of making sure you're keeping that center nice and clear. And that's not just for this week, that's for like this whole whole of Cancer season. Keep that center nice and clear so that you're able to really lean into your intuition, and it's going to be very loud, it's going to be very clear what your intuition is telling you. You won't be confused at all. So in a nutshell, it's a week of tuning into your intuition. It's a week of indulging in some playfulness and some excitement, and making clear decisions that are intuitively led. For a lot of you, I feel like previously maybe it's been difficult to see yourself in a positive light, but there's something about Cancer season, like that nurturing motherly archetype is influencing you in the way you see yourself as well. Like, I feel like you're going to see yourself in a lot more positive, in a lot more positive light. So if there were some distortions throughout Gemini season, or just recently in general, I feel like you're going to be able to kind of balance those out, and that's just with like the cosmic influence. The sun is also Leo energy, and I'm pretty sure the moon was just in Leo or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a significant Leo transit, and I think it was at I think the moon was just in Leo. And I feel like there's something key about that with these two cards that's given you like a boost of confidence or a boost of self-esteem. So yeah, this week, I think you'll be feeling a lot better about yourself. Okay, so we're going to move into the next section. So I've also added an extra card into this section, and I've decided that I'm going to separate like career/study, and then get a prosperity message, which is kind of like an abundance message, like a little bit of advice. And that one we're going to read from the guidebook. So we'll do that at the end of this section. But the cards that you got, so whether you're on a career path or a study path that's going to lead to your career, your main card was 13, the Buddha prepares, and your clarifiers were number 14, balance, and the Queen of Fire. So this is the Temperance card. And I like how the Temperance card has come out here, because it really does feel like this energy will overflow. No, this energy is overflow energy of like this confidence and self-esteem boost. So it's like kind of overflowing into your career and your study path as well. So a little bit more balance in that. But the Buddha prepares, this is a card of basically like taking the time you need to fully mentally, emotionally, spiritually prepare yourself for something, and not taking action a moment before you're ready. Like, regardless of all of the external pressure or whatever's happening around you, it's like prepare yourself, meditate, connect to your source, and do all of that inner preparation. And then when the time is right, then you act. And it's funny because we have here the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. So it's like prepare, balance, so bring moderation, bring balance into your energy. So if you've been, for example, if you haven't had much time for things like meditation and self-care lately, then this would be a great week to prioritize those things and bring it back into balance. Because there's something about sort of like going within and focusing on yourself that's also going to assist in this confidence and self-esteem boost. It says here, stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So it's like, I feel like going within and paying attention to your inner world, there could be either like an idea or a solution that comes to you while you're getting that balance. And then once you get that sort of idea, or once you know what you need to do next, it's about like going for it and asserting yourself. You could have already been in this like preparing energy, or that could be something that you're focusing on this week. So trust your timeline, trust your timing, because it feels like like your clarity and your confidence in what to do next comes from tending to yourself a little bit first and waiting for the right timing. And then once you know that it's that time, then you act immediately. The Queen of Fire is very determined, very confident. She goes for what she wants and she usually gets it as well. So yeah, it's like once you get that little signal from your intuition or your gut feeling, like now's the time, follow that and go for it. So yeah, intuition's key this week. And making sure that you're intuitively, like your channel is clear and you're well rested, and like your well-being. What am I trying to say? Like when your inner world is being nurtured, when you're well rested and you're in kind of like more of a balanced state, the answer or the decision or the path or the idea comes to you, and then you act on it. All right, so then we've got the come to the edge message, and this is a prosperity message that I'm going to quickly read from the book. It's only a little message. Oh, I just opened it straight to the page. And we're just going to read this part here. So it says, if there was, oh my gosh, holy crap, this is very interesting because it relates to what we were just saying. If there was ever, oh my God, I can't even read it because I'm like shocked. If there was a time for you to take a leap of faith into the unknown, it is now. This is the perfect moment to take a big risk. The unknown is the only choice now, and if you come to the edge, you will discover treasure beyond your wildest dreams. Allow your courage to lead you in spite of your fears. You don't need to know the exact form of what you're going for. The essence is much more powerful, and Spirit has a way of delivering an even better version of prosperity than you could imagine. Take that step. The results will be amazing. So once you know what to do, take that risk and it's going to pay off. Like there's your confirmation. Like there's going to be a payoff for that risk that you take. Like your asserting yourself will pay off. Oh, I love it when it just like all comes together like that. It's just, so, okay, we need to sort this out. Okay, so now we're going into the love energies for this week. So we've got singles, situationships or up in the air connections, and then established connections and relationships. So starting with singles, we have the number 5, teach. This is kind of like the Hierophant. And in terms of this card as an energy for this week, I would say it's a really good week to be both the giver and the receiver of like wisdom. So really listen to people, be very present, be attentive to what you can learn from others or what the universe may be trying to teach you through others. And then also look for opportunities to guide and encourage others as well. I feel like part of this sort of intuitive energy that's coming through, it's almost like you have this ability to know exactly what to say at the right time with people to really help them or encourage them on their path or with whatever they're going through. And there's just this real sort of like wise energy that you're emitting, but then there's also things that you can learn from others as well. So I would say it's a good week to connect with other people. Yeah, because I think that it feels more like maybe platonic sort of vibes and like connecting in a more platonic way. I don't pick up like a romantic energy, but we'll clarify anyway, because I do like to see what kind of what might be happening or if anyone's coming in. But yeah, mostly I feel like, you know, it's a good opportunity to both teach others and to also learn from others as well, and to consider what the universe is trying to teach you through others. Okay, so there's something, I'm really, really drawn to the dog next to this lady. There's something about this. There is an animal that's either like, it could be like appearing in your dreams, or it could be trying to connect with you somehow. Maybe it's your spirit animal. I don't fully know. But it seems like there's an animal trying to connect with you and to teach you something. And what's really wild about this is the other night I had a dream, and this huge big snake was in the dream. It was like a massive like carpet python, or like, I don't know, it was huge. And it came into my dream, and in the dream I was like terrified. I was being very, very dramatic. And I was like trying to get away from the snake. It wasn't even trying to like hurt me or harm me. If anything, it wanted to kind of like protect itself from me. But then like it would make eye contact with me when I could see its face. So when I would like try to see where it was, because it like slithered under something in the room, and when I was like trying to see what it was, I could see its face and its eye was like looking right at me, but it didn't move or anything. And I was just like, in the dream, I was just freaking out so much. But when I woke up, I was like, I could feel once I woke up that it had a message for me. It was trying to connect with me and talk to me. But even in my dream, I was too afraid to hear it or to listen or to try to connect. So I don't know if like fear is maybe a block for you guys, or it's blocking your channel, or if it's blocking, you know, a pet or a loved one, or just messages that are meant to come through to you. But try to really let go of that fear. Try to, it's like you need to make your faith stronger than your fear. So like have faith that you're protected. Have faith that only sources of love and light can connect with you. Have faith that your spirit guides, your ancestors that are 100% pure love and light are going to protect you and create a sacred space where only other beings of love and light can connect with you. And once you recognize that there's really nothing to fear besides fear itself, I think that the gateway or the channel can become a little bit more clear. So I can even take something from that as well, because I know that snake was trying to like telepathically communicate, but I was, even in the dream, way too afraid to hear it, see it, or even attempt to hear what it had to say to me. And with this open book, it feels like it had, you know, there's wisdom to be accessed and to maybe even be passed on to others. The dog is also about like loyalty, you know, being loyal to yourself, but also being loyal to the people that you love. Would be a sign that maybe you're going to meet someone loyal this week. So I'm not quite sure how that resonates, but let's dive in and get a little bit more. So for singles, what's on the cards in their love life this week? We have the Hanged Muse. We have the Nine of Inspiration. We have the Tower, and underneath the deck we have the Queen of Materials, also like Queen of Pentacles in General Tarot. Okay, so this is quite interesting. So this is an energy of sort of, it's almost like your romantic connections are sort of in suspension right now, because I feel like your focus is being pulled towards more like platonic connections and sort of connecting with and sharing it's like there's something surprising or something unexpected is happening. But it's like right now the universe wants you to focus on like teaching and learning from others. It's like you're almost closing out a chapter. You're almost at the finish line and something unexpected is happening soon. But right now you have the right energy, the right advice, the right wisdom, the right resources for others. And you should be in this sort of Queen of Pentacles energy where like you've got good advice, you've got maternal, caring, compassionate energy, you know, focus on your business, your money, and yourself, your independence. And we had independence coming through over here too with the Queen of Fire, like asserting your independence. So it's like, you know, don't focus on your love life right now, like something unexpected or something's happening when you least expect it. For now, just focus on platonic connections, what you have to offer the world in terms of your gifts, your energy, your resources, your time, things like that. And just let the universe surprise you, let it shock you. Let go of the need to know what's happening next and maybe just focus on what's within your power this week. Okay. So it's like there's something too important for you to be focusing on romantic love this week. All right, so for situationships and up in the air connections, we have number 19, Shine. And this is the second time that the Sun has come out. This is the Sun card in the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. So it does feel to me like you, again, it's that energy of like confidence. Excuse me. Funny, my solar plexus is like clearing as we talk about this. So it's like confidence, you know, high outgoing energy, you know, glowing. It's a very happy energy, very confident energy. But also I feel like this independence coming through. So it almost feels like it's a good week to just let your independence shine and just like do what makes you happy. Follow where your heart's leading you. Follow what's going to bring you the most joy and go to those things, people, places look away from this connection that you've been focused on, and just do whatever makes you and your soul happy this week. Obviously within reason, like things that are good for the soul and good for the body, you know, those types of things. But yeah, like go where makes you happy, be around the people that make you happy. Spend time alone if you have to. Go do the things that you want to do. Like don't wait for anybody else. Like just go for the things that you want, the things that make you happy. And that's going to bring you like a lot of freedom and a lot of positive energy. So yeah, I'll pull a couple of cards for you guys as well, just to make it fair. It could be helpful to get a lot of sun. Like if the sun's shining this week, there could be, you know, upgrades, light codes and things like that coming directly from the sun, because we just have so many, like we have the solar plexus chakra, which is like a sun. We have the sun, we have the sun. We have like this burst of fiery energy. When we think about the core of the earth, it's the hottest part of the earth, which is making me think, you know, like the sun, because the sun's extremely hot as well. So the sun is very important. All right, so any clarifiers for the next week for the people in situationships or up in the air connections? Sometimes the sun card can talk about success and recognition. So it kind of, oh, look at that. We have the awakening card. Just as I was talking about how the sun's important. Yeah, definitely. Like the sun contains DNA upgrades, light codes, ascension upgrades, like all of that good stuff. Maybe it's coming from like solar flares or just by being in the sun. Like actually yesterday I was driving and it was really cloudy for like a lot of the day. No, when I was driving it was cloudy, and then the sun came out, and where I was holding the steering wheel, it came onto my hands, and I immediately got goosebumps and I got the chills, and I was like, oh my God. And the first thing I said was thank you, because I knew immediately that there was like an ascension upgrade type of thing going on, and I could feel it. Like my I got like goosebumps all over here and tingles and chills all over my body when the sun hit. So, and our hands are energy portals, and look, she's even got her hands like wide open. So if you get your palms up to the sun, especially through the portals of your hands, try to wear clothing where it can get all over your body, the sunlight, if the weather's appropriate, because there's big awakening codes with the sun. But before I got sidetracked by that, I was about to say something. What was it? Oh yeah, the sun card can sometimes talk about success and recognition. So maybe like you just choosing to be carefree about the situation and just like thrive in your independence. It may, you know, low-key encourage your person to be like, wow, they're amazing, they're glowing, they're so happy. And just being in that energy, you may get a successful outcome, or they may give you the recognition that you deserve. They may have their own awakening to like, you know, what a catch you really are. Oh, that's way too many cards. But yeah, just be like playful, be childlike and fun and exciting, and do whatever you want to do. Do what makes your soul happy. Don't worry about where the connection's going or not going. Just worry about what makes your soul happy. Get out into the sun as much as you can. Oh my gosh, the sun again. Oh my gosh, it's coming out so many times. I swear we all need to get out into the sun this week. It is so important. Yeah, and then the Three of Emotions. So we do have two cards that could be like an outcome worth celebrating, but also like spend time with your soul tribe. your siblings, family, people that you love platonically, and assert yourself, your independence, and that's going to lead to the most positive changes this week. We have the Ace of Inspiration on the bottom, so it could lead to a whole new beginning, whether it's with or without this person. So, but what we do know is going to be successful, it's going to be a happy outcome, and it's going to be an outcome that you are celebrating. Okay, and now for those of you in established connections, we have giving and receiving. So once again, kind of like the Teach card, how it was talking about, it's a good week to teach others, but also to learn from others in return. This is kind of like a week of giving as well as receiving. So firstly, it could be asking you to look at the balance. So have you been giving too much? Have you been giving too little? What can you do to rebalance the scales? Is it your turn to start giving a little bit more? Is it your turn to kind of like pull back a little bit and let your partner kind of take the lead a little bit? But again, like, I think that there's something to do with like being the giver, being the nurturer, being the more maternal feminine energy in this Cancer season is going to like attract abundance back to us. So not even just in your relationship, but in general, like what can you offer others? What can you give others? Is there a charity close to your heart that you could give to if you're in a position where you have enough to share? But yeah, it's like sharing your ideas, gifts, resources with others, but then also allowing them to share in return and to be able to accept people who want to reciprocate, making sure we're not giving to people that just take. Not that we need to give with expectations or attachments, but if you notice that you've been giving a lot to someone and they don't really reciprocate, maybe it's about sort of pulling your energy back. But yeah, in terms of your relationship, I would say see if you need to rebalance the scales in any way, but if not, don't be afraid to be the giver and to extend yourself and share yourself with your partner. You could actually be giving or receiving an actual gift, so like giving someone a birthday gift, receiving a gift for something. That could be on the cards this week. Let's see what the tarot wants to say. Excuse me. Okay, so what's this week like for established connections / couples? So we have Ace of Inspiration. So, being the giver or someone giving something to you could create some sort of like excitement, or could reignite some passion, or it could just open up a new beginning or a new cycle in the connection. You could also be giving or receiving some exciting news this week. We have the Nine of Inspiration coming out again. With these two cards, it's almost like don't give up, you're almost there. Like the Nine of Inspiration could be like you're just about to quit, but then there's this boost of positivity that re-enters the dynamic. It's like don't give up yet, because this week there's like new energy, new inspiration, new inspiration, literally. Yeah, so I think This is all fire energy right here. So it's like, what do you have to offer the world and your relationship? And then assert that shit, you know, like share that with the world, share that with your partner, like step into your divinity, your divine self, be confident, you know, be passionate. It's like a spark can be reignited this week if you sort of take the lead, you know. All you got to do is just sort of like take the first step with confidence. Like that Queen of Fire, she's very, she's an energy that you can really tap into this week if you allow yourself to go there, for sure. But yeah, I definitely feel like your gift is giving this week, and it's just about seeing what you have, or recognizing, sorry, not seeing, but recognizing what you have to offer with your person as well as the world, and sharing that around, like really asserting yourself with confidence. All right, so we're going to go into spiritual and personal growth messages. So that's the 16 expansion, educate your mind and senses card. And we will be reading that one from the book. Okay, so up here we've got learning through life experiences, educate your mind and senses. Expansion is an inevitable process of the universe. The knowledge of history, sciences, mathematics, and social understanding continue to grow through the foundation of new knowledge, awareness, and experience. Human beings and human consciousness also continue to evolve and expand. It is part of the evolutionary process. Clinging to old and past experiences restricts a person's ability to grow. Expanding yourself spiritually and emotionally allows you to feel a greater sense of love, compassion, and harmony. Self-realization follows these new levels of awareness as you build upon your previous knowledge and life experiences. Realize that you are always in a permanent state of learning about yourself physically and emotionally. How you interact with others and what you like or dislike are all experiences that create expansion within your spirit. More importantly, it is never too late to learn. So there's that seeing what you can learn from others, or what the universe is trying to teach you through others. You know, are you meeting, you know, the same energy through different people because you're not learning a lesson? Do you keep repeating a pattern? What is it that you need to sort of let go in order to evolve? You may have just left behind an old life, previously gone through separation or divorce, began a new job or career path, or even started a family. So whatever your situation is, it might seem confronting now, but don't be afraid to ask for help or advice about these matters. Support is available to you. Just ask. Right now, you are in a process of learning. Career goals, education, and skills-based training are a focus now. This new information is needed for the next step of your life. You may be feeling that you aren't up to the task ahead. Don't fear. Everything you need will be available to you in divine timing. It may feel like you are on the edge of not knowing what to do next. All that means is that this is a new experience and you require more information for the journey ahead. Research your area of focus. A new level of study or education will benefit you now as you prepare and organize your future. So this is about that preparation phase. So, you know, getting the answers that you need, which a lot of which will come through your intuition. It's not so much like doing study and research. It's sort of about letting the answers come to you. Apologies. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, some of this is not actual like external study and education. For some of you, it very well may be. I'm not just completely discrediting that, but I do feel like a lot of your answers are going to come from within. And then once you know exactly what to do, then you act. So remember, it may feel like you're on the edge of not knowing, but everything will come to you. Don't fear. You just need more information. So go within, search for those answers, search for what you need to do. And then when you have that, when you have the answers or you have the strategy, then you move with confidence. Oh, I loved that message. That was awesome. Okay, now the bat. Oh my gosh. You are working through deep soul patterns. Release any outdated beliefs that surface. Remember when I was, first of all, I was talking about the dog that was really coming through in that card up here. That's like something or someone has a message. And then here we have, you're working through deep soul patterns. Release any outdated beliefs that surface. So that's like, you know, release the fear that you have towards the spiritual realm. Release any outdated beliefs that tell you that it's not real or it's not true. And listen to what, you know, these spirits or these animals are trying to tell you. They're trying to help you evolve and grow and release things that don't serve you or your future. All right, so the bat, page 50. Oh my gosh, okay, so just have to point out, 50 reduces to 5 in numerology. And that's the number of this card, the 5, and it's, the animal was completely sticking out to me and I had to keep going back to it. I was like, there's a message here, there's a message here. And now we have that on page 50. That's very interesting to me because they feel very linked. All right. The bat is the guardian of the night and symbolizes rebirth to many. He flies in to let you know that change is coming, fast-moving change that some could interpret as a rebirth. And change is also the number of number 5. Your higher self will come knocking, so be ready to answer the call. See, go within, tune into your intuition. It could be change in any aspect of your life, but it's the change you have needed and may be asking the universe for some time. Bats use vibrational sound to communicate. Work on the ways you give and receive communication. Make sure you are clear and concise with what you would like in a gentle way. Speak from the heart and have confidence in your voice. This whole reading is like kind of blowing my mind. I'll never get sick of this stuff, honestly. Oh, how does it happen every time? It just all ties in with all the messages. It's wild. Anyway, all right, so let's have a look at your lucky or notable day of the week. Oh, so this Sunday, the last day of the week, and it's how funny is it that we got the sun and Sunday, because we literally had the sun, we have the solar plexus, which looks like a sun. We have the core of the earth, which is as hot as the sun. Queen of Fire represents Leo, which is the sun. We have a big sun in the background over here. That's amazing. So Sunday is your lucky or notable day of the week, very last day of the week. All right, and let's get your self-care mission if you choose to accept it. So what is the best self-care mission for the collective for this week? And if you decide to do this, I would love for you to come back and comment and let me know that you did it and how you felt, or any feedback that you want to talk about. So we have 46, Soak in a Bath. We're going to read it because there is also very helpful information that comes from the guidebook. So stick around, don't go just yet. Sometimes it's not just as simple as literally soaking in the bath. Sometimes there's a bit more to it. So let's see what's in here. All right, so the mantra is, I let the healing waters restore me. That totally makes sense. Cancer season, water energy, healing waters, totally makes sense. All right, baths are an ancient ritual for energetic and bodily cleansing. Gather sacred items like crystals, candles, essential oils, and flowers, and sink into the warm water. Imagine the water washing away all that no longer serves you. Connect with the beauty of the meaningful objects you've assembled and imagine their illuminating energy and radiance bathing with you. Take your time when washing your hair and body, cleansing and pampering yourself like a goddess, or a god if you're, male here. Afterward, nourish your skin with natural oils and creams. Brush your hair slowly and softly. Give yourself a breast or chest massage. Fully relax and stay naked for as long as you can, enjoying the feeling of your body. And a journal prompt, if you wish to take it one step further and journal about this task. How can you make a bath feel more like a sacred self-care ritual? All right, so that is your message for this week, everybody. I hope that you've enjoyed this. It was such a great message to bring through for you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Bye.